All right, guys. So this is I'm doing Insomnia Battle Part Two because I've had a few comments, and I said in my first video, if I can help anyone, I'm with you, and I was not glad that there are other people struggling with this, but I'm glad that people, at least that I could help someone. Maybe, I hope. So yeah, I had a question for fear of falling asleep, not falling asleep fast or naturally, or so I wanted to say maybe just mention a few tricks. I don't know if I mentioned them in the first video. If I did, well, you'll hear it a second time. Just a few things that help me real fast. I won't do a long video. First trick, of course, melatonin supplements. Just to again to be clear, I am not a doctor. I am not a healthcare professional. I am not. I am nothing. I am no professional of any sort. So what I tell you is only what worked for me. Don't take it for granted. Don't get it as medical. This is not a medical proof or statement or anything legal or. I mean, these are just tricks that help me falling asleep through years and years of excruciating nightmares. Of course, I'll repeat it right now because it's right in front of me. Helite, He. I mentioned it in the first video at the end, and it's He light, He light. You can have it on. I bought it on Amazon. Um, you just you put it near you on your bedside table or whatever, and you when you're ready to fall asleep, you light it, and I don't remember the science specifically, but it it plays with something very primal in the human body, because the power of the I think it has something to do with the light when the sun goes down. Because I could be wrong on this, but from what I remember, it's you know, I mean, let's get to the chase. Who gives a fuck how it works if it works? But just for saying, of course. But you'll ask me, well, don't we need like um, darkness to fall asleep for our melatonin to kick in naturally in our brain? Yes, but this is not a light. This light is different. It's not. It makes our the cells in our eyes, or what perceives, because of course even when we have our eyes closed, our brain still sees light. If there is light around, of course, sleep in darkness. I don't have to tell that to you. But this light is different. It mimics the I think sundown, or something primal like this, that in our primal instinct. And but if I'm wrong, just go have a quick look in on their website. It's not cheap. It costs around 100, maybe 100. Sorry, $120 perhaps with shipment, depending where you live. Um, but it works. I can say it works. I Since day one that I had it, fell asleep really fast because this light only a cycle of light works for 28 minutes, and after 28 minutes it shuts down automatically. Because inside those 28 minutes you are supposed to fall asleep before the end. Again, I'm not saying it works all the time. I have bad nights where it doesn't work, and when it shuts down and I get more anxious and more anxious, so I light it again. And I think the longest, I think maybe even when I have really difficulty falling asleep, um, even two cycles often do the trick. If it doesn't, I'll do any as much cycles as I need to fall the fuck asleep. So that's he light. That's it. It's a light that makes you fall asleep. I don't know how it affects the duration of your sleep, but it's a really nice little trick. And as I said in the first video, you can. It's super small. It charges with a USB cable, and the battery lasts a long time. So, sorry guys. Um, okay, so number two, melatonin supplements. If you're not already taking them, I don't know what you're doing. And I've read somewhere that technically melatonin, of course, is the sleep hormone. It's a chemical that we already have in our body makes. But of course, first thing to do is it's the sleep hormone. So if you don't have enough melatonin, you won't fall asleep. And for melatonin to kick in, you need to be in complete darkness. If there is a light source anywhere that your brain can see, melatonin won't kick in. Of course, good sleepers can still fall asleep in the day, but if you're like me, you're none of these people. Yes, we're the cursed ones. So we don't have the luxury of naps in the midday, let's say. Again, so there are different types, strengths of melatonin. I'll start. I'll go in order. So we have the 3 milligrams, 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, and we have the dual action. I take the strongest. I take 10 milligrams dual action. So that means there's when I take, and I take two pills. I take 20 milligrams. It's a lot, but that's what my body needs. So that's what I take. And it's completely natural. There are no, the only, well, I'll talk about side effects later. But for me, I'm used to 20 milligrams now, and I don't have any side effects. I don't feel dizzy in the day. I just sleep longer. And because the strength you have to try. I mean, I won't suggest to try to start. I mean, if you have major sleeping problems, you can try the 3 and 5 milligrams, but I mean, it's your choice. Try, try them. Um, Again, I'm not a doctor. Blah blah blah. I said that in the beginning, but melatonin. The good thing it's on it. I'm not saying take 100 milligrams. You won't feel good at all. I don't know what is the maximum dose human can take, but I take two 10 milligram pills. Dual action means it's supposed to be a free it's not it's available to sell to anybody. You don't need a prescription to have it. So dual action is most because most melatonin um, tablets you put under your tongue and it dissolves like this. So, but again, if you're in the light, like me, when I take my medication at night, I take my melatonin last, but I don't go to sleep until my medication kicks in. So like 45 minutes later. So it doesn't change anything. I've tried taking it with all my meds. That's my routine. I don't wait to be in the complete darkness to take it. I've tried it. It doesn't change much for me. So I take it with my pills. I'm still in the light. I don't care. And when I close all the lights, well, that it kicks in then. So it's a because at 20 milligrams, it's a strong dose. So and dual action finally means there's 5 milligrams that dissolves uh, almost instantaneously, and the other, in my case, 10. So the other 10 will dissolve in the few hours after you take it. So it keeps you sleeping longer because it dissolves slower and it stays longer in your system. So me, I chose the strongest and dual action. I take 20 milligrams. Again, I'm not a doctor. You use it at your own risk. Melatonin is supposed to be good. I read that it's good for the neurological system. And when we age, the more we age, the less melatonin the body creates. So that's often why older people sleep less than young people. That because they create less melatonin. Okay, so the light, healight.com, um, the melatonin. Oh yeah, finally the melatonin. There's the liquid form that you put again under your tongue. This shit is fucking powerful. I mean, if you're really desperate, I've tried it and it didn't. Um, it. I won't say it's really better to fall asleep, but me, I couldn't. I used it because I was desperate, but it really, really, it hits hard. And even at normal dosage, I had major repercussions in the day after. I was dizzy. I was sloppy. I wasn't. I wasn't there at all. So it's very powerful shit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If it's more powerful, it's more potent, from what I understand. So if nothing works, if the 3, 5, 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams doesn't work, you can try liquid form. It's really, I was surprised because nothing takes me down, and this hit harder than the 20 milligrams. So I don't know why, but it's really strong. So if you want to try it, do as you please. That's it for melatonin. Again, it's a supplement. You have to try. You have to with insomnia, as with any chronic illness that is like very that is not, from my perception, is not understood very well because it took me, I mean, years and years and years of research and pills and hospitalizations and dozens of doctors and sleeping tests and Jesus Christ. and they still don't know what's wrong with me. They still don't know. It's a fucking joke. So for me, prove me wrong. The medical system doesn't understand insomnia at all. So next trick, um, oils, natural oils, lavender, lavender oil. You can try it. What worked the best for me is because lavender, the smell of lavender uh, decreases the heart rate, and as we all know, in order to fall asleep, we have the heart rate has to go down because if we're hyper aroused or hyperactive, we can't fall asleep because the heart rate has to go down. So lavender oil, natural oil, is something that while breathing the smell, decreases the heart rate. So what I was doing, I was prescribed this by a naturopath, and I really encourage you. Two things, guys. I should have started by this, but again, I know it's expensive, but get a private doctor, at least. Don't get lost. I don't know where you live. I don't know what's the insurance you've got. I don't know, but I mean, for majority, and if you don't want a private doctor or can't afford it, go to a naturopath. At least they're fucking shit. They won't prescribe you things that are harmful, that are chemicals, that are addictive. Um, that's where I got the trick of the natural oils, the lavender oil. She prescribed it to me, and it worked great. So what I did was you put it's again it smells very strong, so don't put it like in your nose or don't do that. Put it. Some say you can rub it on your chest, but the best trick is you take one or two drops and you smash it on your pillow. Of course, on the side you're sleeping, so your nose will. It smells very strong, so you don't need a lot. You need like 2-3 drops max, and you'll so in like 15 minutes you should feel calmer, and you should sleep better. So natural oils. Then there's banana tea. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it in the first video. You because banana contains a lot of tryptophan, which is a precursor for Google it, tryptophan. You'll see. You need it. So what you do is you cut both ends of a banana. Of course, if you can have an organic banana, it's better because you won't get the chemicals. Because the chemicals that are splashed on bananas when they grow are, of course, on the skin, and you need to cook the skin. So either wash it very well or buy organic. So you cut both ends, and you just make a little a little bit of, well, just 1 glass of boiling water. One glass. Um, what's the fucking word? I'm French. Sorry. Um, a cup, whatever, like a teacup or coffee mug. That's it. Sorry. So you just need like one portion, one drink. So you boil some water, and you cut both ends of the banana, and you put the banana into the boiling water for 10 to 12 minutes. Then you some people eat the banana. It's disgusting to the taste for my taste, but if you want, you'll get more tryptophan. But the main gist is just to drink the tea, the banana tea. So it gives you a good dose of tryptophan and makes you sleep better. And it costs nothing, and takes 10 minutes. And I used to do it a lot, every night for a while. Um, so that's another trick. Um, and oh yeah, and tryptophan can also be purchased into supplements. It's called 5-HTP. Again, Google it, 5-HTP. I think the T stands for tryptophan. I don't know the other letters, but again, there are supplements, so anyone can get them. But they say that tryptophan helps the sleeping cycle. So again, if you mix that with the banana tea and you take a supplement of 5-HTP, it's quite expensive, again, $20 to $30. But for some people, it helps with depressive people. Um, it helps because tryptophan is a mood enhancer, so it makes you feel happier. So, or supposed to. So, and again, to for a good sleep, you need tryptophan. So it's another supplement that I use every day. When I take my meds, I always take 5-HTP. So again, that's what I use. Not a doctor. Fuck, I'm sick of saying this. Um, what am I? Of course, cardiac coherence. So you go on YouTube, you enter cardiac coherence, and you do 5 or 10 minutes depending on what you want. 5 minutes is enough. If you want to do 10, do 10. It's a breathing exercise that is proven to work. Everybody should do this 3 times a day. So you do because the effects of 5 minutes have a lasting duration of 4 hours. So by doing it 3 times, you have 12 hours. So yeah, just it's very simple. You breathe 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out for 5 minutes, and you do this 3 times a day. And of course, you do this before going to sleep. And there are thousands of videos on YouTube to help you do it with calm music. So it's a very many people will say breathing exercises is bullshit and doesn't do anything. Hey, I'm just saying what I do. For me, it helps, and I do it during the day too. So again, I won't spell out all the things it does to your body, but again, Google it. Google is your best fucking friend sometimes. So Google it or just go on YouTube, cardiac coherence. Super simple trick. Um, and then we could go enter the talks about yoga and meditation and things like that. If you're open to it, cannot hurt you. Um, Again, am I forgetting things? I'll just pause the video, try to remember if I forgot something. Oh yeah, another supplement is GABA, GABA. I cannot sleep without this anymore. Not because it hurts me, but because it's such a good supplement that it works wonders. I'll just go and I'll pause again just to show you the bottle. All right, so like I was saying, this is 5-HTP, what I was talking about, and promote healthy mood balance. You see, yes, that's it, hydroxytryptophan. So it's pure tryptophan. Um, so I'm taking 100 milligrams per dose. And I like this brand very much. That's Nature's Bounty, again, Amazon, because this one is the 5-HTP plus. You can see plus, because it comes with valerian, which it's another good supplement for sleeping. But again, do you want to have a library of dozens of supplements? I like it. It's not for everybody. It comes with magnesium and vitamin B6. So it's better than the regular straight 5-HTP. Has more things to it. Oh yeah, another supplement, St. John's Wort, that really, really helps calming you down. I don't have any. I don't use it anymore, luckily, because it's another. Every supplements are great. You can, but like my naturopath said, you can buy 1,000 supplements and never have enough, and you have no money at the end. So again, St. John's Wort. I don't know how you pronounce it. Again, Google it. Google it. St. John's Wort. It helps with reduce anxiety. So it's another good plant. If you want to try it, it's free to buy anywhere. So okay. So the last thing I'll end on is GABA. I don't know the dosage, the different dosage. I take 500 milligrams again with vitamin B6. The brand is Now. I always take this brand. I don't know why. Works for me. And they say the good thing with this with GABA is that you can take. It's an amino acid. So again, it's not a chemical. It's not hurtful for your body. But again, like they say, consult your physician. So you can take it. You don't have to eat. You can, and they say take it without eating. But me, when I take my meds at night, I have to eat. I hate it, but I have to eat. So it doesn't do any difference if you eat or you don't eat. It's the same thing. And they say 1 to 3 uh, doses a day, at depending on needs. I take uh, I take all my doses one time before going to sleep to maximize the effect. Um, so I don't take. I hate. I've always been against taking supplements, that anything for anxiety, or I don't like taking meds during the day. I think if the goal is to sleep, well, take them for sleeping. Don't take them during the day. I mean, I guess it can help for it can help for anxiety during the day, I guess, because they say it on the bottle. But I have never tried it during the day. I don't feel the need for it, and for me, it's just for sleep. And I had 1 or 2 days when I forgot to buy some and I didn't have any, and I almost didn't sleep. So it's very, very potent. Again, Google it, do your research, try it at your own risk. And yeah, so half an hour sounds fair to me. I hope it has give you some advice, some help. Again, if you have questions, I'm glad to answer it in the comments. If I don't answer very fast, it's because YouTube doesn't notice me like they did in the past, because the YouTube. Mm. So yeah, if I think of anything else, or if I discover anything else, I will do a part three. So for now, I hope another long night for me. So I hope you all get, all people who watches this, or I hope you all get a good night's sleep wherever you are, whoever you are, and I hope you can get out of this nightmare as fast as possible. And thanks for watching, and take care.